It's dark time here at Heavenly Album Covers. Some people call dark time nighttime, but we enjoy calling nighttime dark time. And we are here in front of an album by a gentleman named FABER GRABLE. His album is called It's in My Heart. I reckon this album is from about 1964, maybe slightly earlier or later. It's on a record label called Templetone Records, and here is FABER GRABLE, not to be confused with Graber Fable or Grubble FABER. And I picked this album up the other day at a Goodwill thrift shop that they had dismantled and dispensed with their entire record section for some reason, and there were no records in this particular Goodwill for about a month. But I was in there the other day and they had reinstated their record section, and this is where I found this FABER GRABLE LP. It's a wonderful looking LP. I think I will turn on the overhead light here because it is dark time here at Heavenly Album Covers, and we can see the album a little bit better, and I can grab my pointer. We're just going to take a quick look at this FABER GRABLE album. We will be playing parts of it, some fragments of the album. I have yet to listen to this album yet, but we will give it a listen here after we take a quick gander at the proceedings here. And this, I assume, is FABER GRABLE, not to be confused with Graber Fable. And I'm going to bring up FABER up here. FABER is the singer on this album, and there he is in all his FABER-ness, his glory. And we can light up FABER here. He's got a wonderful expression on his face. He looks simultaneously confused and interested in everything in the world. He's got his great early 1960s glasses on. It looks like he's wearing a suit, and he's very intense and intently focused on singing the music on this album. This album features piano, organ, vibra-harp, cathedral chimes, harp, guitar, and bass viola. And the album is called It's in My Heart. And also in his heart are these song titles. They look like they are traditional hymns, gospel hymns, and religious hymns, Christian hymns, and they are set in very small type. This cover is great. The overhead, the top part, the lettering up here is just fantabulous. It's really nice looking. It's really great. And the title tune is It's in My Heart, as sung by FABER GRABLE, not to be confused with Graber Fable. And it's just a really stark and effective record cover. And this is the record label down here, Templetone Records. We've got the letter T and the T for Templetone. Let's flip this over. This is the only photograph on the album cover, and it's quite fitting that it is the only photo on the album cover because it's a great photo. And the back is covered in very minute liner notes that are really hard to read. But FABER GRABLE was born in Arkansas. He went to high school. He moved to Fort Worth, Texas. He started singing and taking lessons and studying singing. And he moved to Albuquerque, and he was a director of music at a Baptist church. Then he moved to Minneapolis and became part of another church. And that's kind of sums up the life of FABER GRABLE. And Templetone Records was located in Hopkins, Minnesota. I believe this album was put together up in Minnesota. And there's a cross here in the middle that separates the two sides of the album. There's the little Templetone logo here. It's quite cute. And here's a little explanation about what the album is. The songs were chosen because they contain a message of utmost importance to every listener. And here's a little passage from Psalm 69:30. I will praise the name of God with a song and will magnify him with thanksgiving. And I will make an album and I will sing on the album. And let's listen a little bit to Faber Grable's, also known as Graber Fable, but usually he's known as Faber Grable. And here he is on the heavenly turntable.
It's in my heart, this melody of love divine. It's in my heart, since I am his and he is mine. It's in my heart, how can I help but sing and shout?
Whoops, that was the title track of this album. Here's the second track.
I claimed him that day as my Savior, this stranger.
That was called The Stranger from Galilee. Faber has a very old-timey voice, like he existed in the early 20th century, around 1903. He has a very crooning voice. He was like a crooner, and here's the second to last track here.
In a manger through sorrow and shame. Oh, it was wonderful, blessed be his name. Seeking for my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art! How great thou art!
So that's Faber Grable, not to be confused with Graber Fable or Fable Grable. And it's not exactly high energy disco, and I don't happen to hear any synthesizers on this album, but it's very soothing. Faber has a really great voice, really kind of a strong alto or soprano voice, and it's quite a package. Here's the label, the Grable, the Faber Grable label on Templetone Records here. On the Faber Grable label, and it's a nice blue, some silver text here, and that's Faber Grable.